Hello and welcome to Access UTV. My name is Michelle Edhouse, and one of the phenomenal things I have discovered since I've been an Access Consciousness facilitator and attending Access Consciousness classes is this concept called benevolent capitalism. And now, what I'd love you to look at is, what would the world be like if we all created business, all created our lives from a place where we take everyone into consideration, where our choices are not just about ourselves, about how much profit we can make, and damn the rest of them. So last year I attended this amazing class in Melbourne, Australia, and it was a class with the phenomenal Gary Douglas and the amazing Stephen Bowman, and they opened up my eyes to a level of kindness and caring in business that I really didn't know existed, or that I hadn't acknowledged existed. Actually, I knew it existed. I had been part of creating business from that way just because that's who I be. And it opened my eyes so much to the level that some businesses will go just to make a profit, and the possibilities that are so out there and can create that much profit, if not more, while contributing to everyone else involved and the planet. Now, benevolent capitalism is about exactly that. And for so many years, capitalism has been thrown around as being something that really is a wrongness because it's all about the money. And benevolent capitalism takes it from being all about the money to being all about the world, and still having the money and the joy and the fun and the lifestyle and all of that the money brings from a place where you can sleep at night. Now, I don't know about you, but I find it really difficult to be cruel to other people, to be cruel to animals, to be cruel to the planet. And yet, when it comes to business, it's kind of expected that, you treat everything else like shit. Now, that's not me. And it's one of the things that's held me back in business, is I didn't want to be one of those people that didn't give a toss about the rest of the world. They just were in it for the money. And since attending the Benevolent Capitalism class in Melbourne, I have absolutely been able to see a different possibility and be able to create from a different possibility that is opening up doors and creating a life that people around me didn't know existed, and inviting them to more, inviting them to a different possibility. We've had a situation in the last couple of days where one of our staff has had something pretty major show up in his world, and within his family, and he was so burnt out by previous employers that he, even though this was a pretty major thing in his family, he was still more concerned about whether or not he was going to have his job than needing to be at work, and how could he juggle being there for his family, being there for his wife, being there for his children, and still make sure he had a job so he could feed them in the future. Now, Glenn and I's point of view was just totally, dude, do what you need to do. We totally get it. This is so totally your space. You need to be with your family right now. Your job will wait. It'll be here for you when you get back. And he was totally blown away. And I couldn't comprehend, why would you be so blown away when somebody goes, dude, go be with your family. They need you right now. You need them right now. And then I glanced back over some of the stories he's told us about previous employers, the way he's been treated, the way he's been used on a job and then never been paid for it and never called back to do any more work. Some of the stuff that's gone on in his past employing as an employee, I suddenly realised that, hey, what we be as employers is totally different to what a lot of people have ever experienced. We care about our staff. We care about their families. Obviously when things are getting out of hand and they're using family to have a sleep in the morning or whatever, that doesn't work for us, and we do something about it. And when something's going on in their world that, he wasn't going to be present at work, he wasn't going to be creating to his full potential because his mind was elsewhere. Now, it didn't work for us to have somebody on the building site with their minds elsewhere. And it also didn't work for us to know that he needed to be there for his family. He needed to be with his family for himself. That's benevolent capitalism, where you're willing to honour your staff with what their needs are, rather than, these are our rules and regulations. If you don't meet our rules and regulations, then you can just get off the grass and go away. How many people would be so much more grateful for coming to work, contribute so much more in their day at work, be so much more loyal and honouring of the company they work for if their employer treated them the same way. So that to me is what benevolent capitalism is about. If you are at all interested in this topic, there's another class happening in Europe coming up this year. I would highly recommend getting to it. It rocked my world. It was absolutely phenomenal. And I'd love you to ask that question. What would your business be like in 5 years, 10 years, 50 years? What would the world be like in 100 years' time if more companies and more employers function from benevolent capitalism? So if that is light and expensive and oh yeah, I dare you to get to Europe, get to this class, and I believe it's in Venice. I mean, who wouldn't want to go to Venice? And just open up some possibilities in your world. Open up a different way of business beyond what you ever imagined possible. So what could you be or do today to add more benevolent capitalism to your life, your living, and your business? Thanks for joining me here at Access UTV, and what else is possible now? Cheers. Bye.